I am a proud mother of teenagers, so this topic, as a mother and a woman in the banking sector, speaks to a couple of my passions and zones of ingenuity: family and finances. So this topic is near and dear to me because it touches on the reality that impacts the futures of so many of our children, especially the youth from families with meager financial resources. Applying for scholarships and grants for any academic endeavor is a very important consideration for parents who are eager and committed to prepare students for lower grades and higher education academic plans. We understand that the costs and investments in education, be it a formal or informal, are a burden to many families. This reality is precisely the reason and central core of concern and anxiety for many mothers. How can we identify on students who are underprivileged in many ways, and also young adults and youth whose financial circumstances may not be as dire but yet lack access to avenues to advance their career options? Money is not always the limiting factor for students. However, offering quality services does incur costs that are a reality on both sides of the learning equation. I want to take a moment to define scholarships in general, as we encourage all students and alumni to investigate any and all options available to them to help fund academic pursuits. Scholarships can be confusing for students and parents alike, but they can save families and individuals hundreds and thousands of dollars. There are different forms of scholarships, but all of them are essentially gifted money for college, university, or other academic and career programs. Unlike loans, scholarships don't have to be repaid. Some scholarships are paid to the student, while others go directly to the university. Scholarships are awarded by government, clubs, charities, businesses, schools, individuals, and other organizations. Who can get scholarships? Scholarships are not limited to straight-A students, teenagers, or college-bound young adults. Unfortunately, many students have no access to application venues, and others may believe that they are not academically qualified, fail to apply for scholarships to future schools. There are, however, different types of scholarships for all students, including those with less than perfect academic records. There are athletic scholarships, scholarships aimed at students in a particular field of study. Even some providers give scholarships just for living in a particular district or city. Another misconception about scholarship is that only college-bound high school seniors are allowed to apply for awards. Scholarships are available to all levels of college study, from freshman undergrads to graduate and even PhD students, and also in the workforce, as many careers invest in furthering employee education. We are going to focus and use the example of scholarship grants for medical students. There are 4 types of financial aid available to meet the educational expenses of nursing students: scholarships, grants, work-study, and education loans. Most medical students use a combination of all 4 to fund their education. Scholarships are awarded based on everything from special abilities to your religion. There are many sources of scholarships, and a visit to a campus advisor's office and an internet search should uncover a number of scholarship providers. Here's how to prepare and position yourself prior to applying for scholarships. Take initiative. If you want a scholarship, you'll need to do the legwork yourself. No one's going to track you down just to give you a scholarship. Look for scholarship grants whose criteria you meet, and then contact the provider and request a scholarship application packet. Applications may be requested by email by sending in a self-addressed stamped envelope. You'll never get a scholarship if families and students do not try, so be proactive in requesting information for scholarship consideration. As women, we play a crucial role. Here are some nuggets to share, discuss, and help with preparing your teenager. Be punctual. All scholarships providers set deadlines to which you must adhere, or else you'll lose any chance of getting the scholarship. Don't miss the deadlines. If you can submit all the required materials before the due date, do so. Be organized. Good organizational skills can really pay off. Try to keep your applications ordered by deadline date and give yourself plenty of time to complete the applications and send them in before the due date. Always keep letters of recommendation and transcripts on hand so you don't have to get new copies every time they are required for an application. By doing this, you'll not only save time but also money. Create copies of your completed applications before you send them in, and then file them in folders with labels containing the deadline dates, mailing addresses, and phone numbers of the scholarship provider. Call before the deadline to see if your scholarship application was received. If your application was lost in the mail, you can send the extra copy that you made. Of course, as you can imagine, there are important considerations to be aware of, as is with any planning you embark on. I hope this provides a framework to start with. We encourage parents to visit campuses well before the last year of advanced levels,